Okay, welcome back, my pack, my tribe. We're doing live EVP session part 2. So here we go. Is it easier to talk on this? And I asked who just entered. Can you repeat what you said? Do you have a message for my listeners? Okay, hold on. Okay, so we're going to try something slightly different here. We're going to try something different here. I am going to check into the chat room and stuff. If anybody has a question they want to ask, let me know in the chat room at ghostwolfradio.com or in the chat through Spreaker. And I will wait a moment to see if anybody has anything. I can answer that one. Or at least what my let's say from the things that I've seen over the years, the information I guess you could say I've collected, I kind of know the answer to that question. And it's probably not what you expect. But I'll go ahead and ask that if you want me to anyways. I've actually already answered that like twice now. Somebody just asked who's blocking the others from being able to come through. It is my spirit, Daniel, that lives here. He's being a joker. He's playing a practical joke. That's all it is. Relax. I already put him in his place like twice now, so just let it go. anyways, my listener Nicole asked, why aren't they passing on to the final place? And I'm going to go ahead and ask them that and see if they answer. And then if she has no objections to it, I'm going to answer it from what I've seen, what I know, what's been kind of relayed to me over the years. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to ask them real quick. Okay, so one of my listeners wants to know, why don't you cross over to the other side? Okay. I don't know if you caught that. I don't know if you caught that, Nicole, but I asked your question. I said, well, as you asked, is why aren't they passing on to the final place? So it's basically the same thing. I asked, why aren't they crossing over to the other side? And I heard distinctly, I don't know if you or anybody else heard it, but I did. They said, we did. Which goes kind of hand in hand with what my answer is. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I know. What I know to be true. I can't prove it to you. You'll either believe it or you'll believe whatever you want. But this is what I have collected together over basically a lifetime of seeing spirits and communicating with them. They do cross over. They cross over all the time. See, what people seem to forget, and this is something I'm not a Christian, okay? I don't particularly have a problem with Christians, but there are like those I guess you could say subsect of Christians that are very judgmental, very kind of close-minded. I'm sure you know the type I mean. Well, with those people, I have kind of turned the tables on them numerous times when it comes to the subject of the paranormal. And what they and a lot of other people seem to forget is that even in their own book, the Bible, it says that God gave us free will. Well, okay, if we have free will, why would we lose free will when we die? And if we have free will, are we going to spend all of our time in a place that's probably going to bore us to tears? Because that's really what would happen after a while. If you had lived in a place where you had absolutely everything you could ever dream of, and it had to work for nothing, don't you think after a while you get bored? But, I don't know if that's why they do it. That's just my speculation on it. But what I do know is that they can cross back and forth at will. In fact, that's what most of your hauntings are, in my experience. Nicole knows me. We actually did a residential case recently where nothing really negative was there at the time. There was like one spot in the whole house that was kind of like eerie, I guess you could say, that kind of had the remnants of something negative being there, and that was down in the basement. And evidently there was some EVPs captured that were kind of more of a, I guess, negative nature, but I cleansed the house anyways. So anything negative there is long gone by now. Um, but I digress. So, the majority of the spirits that they were dealing with there were like Eddie, for example, who was the spirit that came through. It was actually somebody that the lady that owns the house knew in life. Um, and that's what most are like. It's like they're not evil. They may not be particularly good either, because the reality is they're just people. That's what most hauntings are. It's just people. And like with any other living person, you have the good and the bad, and sometimes they both exist in the same person. So, but the point is that like most of the time, that's all you're dealing with is with those that have shed the mortal coil, as the poet said, and are now in a spirit form. That's really all they are. Um, the actual negative entities, the actual demonic entities, the actual evil entities, are actually incredibly rare. You really don't run into really dark stuff. In fact, in my 27 years of investigating, plus the rest of my time on this earth, basically, living with the paranormal, I can probably name a handful of times I've actually come across something actually demonic. Now, that's not to say that other types of evil don't exist in the spirit world. Of course they do. But actual demonic stuff, maybe a handful of times. Well, no. Well, yes, I do agree with that. Nicole just said, honestly, I don't think it was negative either. Some spirits pick a space in a home, stay, and when you enter that space, they have their permission to get upset. Well, I do agree with that. I do agree with that's what a lot of the darker stuff, quote unquote, is. But, no, I do know that there was at one point something very negative in that home. It just wasn't there when we did the investigation there. It could be that they knew that I was coming and didn't want to deal with it. I've actually run into that a few times, particularly with kind of lower level negative things. And some higher level, actually, now that I think about it. But, so that's entirely possible. They could have realized that I was coming and they left of their own accord. Or it could be as simple as they achieved what they wanted to do, and there was no reason for them to stay. Either way, they're not coming back. That I know for a fact. Because my faith is stronger than theirs. It's as simple as that. Anywho, I haven't told you the best part about the new house, by the way. Um, it is located right down the street from Glendale Cemetery in Akron. And if you don't know about Glendale Cemetery, I suggest you look into it because it is awesome. We actually did an investigation there. Well, it wasn't just us. They had an event. Like 300 people showed up. And the place is so big that we actually hardly ran into anybody all night. Um, but yeah, that was a great investigation. And we're now going to be right down the street from it, hopefully. Um, and I'm pretty sure that house is haunted anyways. So, yeah, I don't know. To me, that's kind of a bonus. Like, I actually kind of look for that in the house, believe it or not. I'm kind of weird like that. Like most people, they hear a house is haunted, they want nothing to do with it. Me, I hear a house is haunted, I'm like, where do I sign? Um, but yeah, whatever. There was something negative there. I felt it. I felt like the remnants of it. But whatever it was long gone by the time I got there. So yeah. Um, but I do agree with you on premise that uh, most of the time it is like that. It's not even anything negative. It's just a spirit that is either getting aggressive because they're trying to get somebody's attention, or they're being possessive of the property, and you need to establish ownership. And once that's done, they usually leave you alone. That's what I get called on more than anything else as far as like house cleansings goes, is cases like that where it's not actually anything negative or evil. It's like mistaken identity. So anyhow, let me check chat room real quick. Okay, nothing in chat room. But yeah, I did ask your question, and I actually did hear a response. It was faint, but I did hear that. They said we did, like we did cross over, and they came back. So there you have it. Um, of course, I can't technically prove that, because there's no scientific way really to prove it. We're not that advanced yet. At least not on my salary. When I can spend $1 million on equipment, maybe. In case you're wondering why I'm not doing the EVP thing at the moment, it's because of one simple fact. I can feel that there's a spirit here, but I think it's only one. And I'm waiting to see if any more are going to kind of collect. But I think I'm done waiting. So we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go back to real-time EVP. Okay, is somebody different here now? Who's here? Say your name into this device right here I've got plugged in on my computer. I'm pointing right to it. Speak into that. And tell us all your name. If it's Daniel, I forgive you. Just talk. Oh, that was different. Huh. Okay, I'm going to play this back, folks, because there was like a... It wasn't a voice, but it was like a weird sound. Alright, hold on. Okay, is somebody different here now? Who's here? Say your name into this device right here I've got plugged in on my computer. Pointing right to it. Speak into that. Tell us all your name. If it's Daniel, I forgive you. Just talk. Oh, that. Huh. Okay, I'm going to play the... It wasn't a voice, but it was like a weird sound. It appears it didn't even capture the sound I was talking about. But it did. It made this weird, like, squelch sound. I've never heard it before. Like, never. The entire time I've been doing EVPs, which is 27 years, I've never heard this particular sound. I heard a female too, by the way. Nicole said that she heard a female, but it was very faint. I agree. I did hear a female too at the beginning, or near the beginning of the recording. Actually, let me play that back again, real quick. Okay, is somebody different here now? here? Say your name into this device right here I've got plugged in on my computer. Pointing right to it. Speak into that. Tell us all your name. Right there. It was right there. It's like about, I'd say like 10 seconds after I say, tell us all your name. Okay, is somebody different here now? Who's here? Say your name into this device right here I've got plugged in on my computer. Pointing right to it. Speak into that. Tell us all your name. If it's Daniel, I forgive you. Just talk. Oh, that. Okay, you know what? I want to try the digital recorder again. Just because it seems to be coming across clearer. Okay, I'm talking to the female that's here. I heard you. It was very faint. Can you please tell us your name again? Talking to this little red light right here in my hand. If you need energy, you can take it from me. Just don't take it from my equipment, okay? Do you have a message for the people that are listening? Okay, stopping that recording. I'm going to play it back. Okay, I'm talking to the female that's here. I heard you. It was very faint. Can you please tell us your name again? Talking to this little red light right here in my hand. If you need energy, you take it from me. Just don't take it from my equipment, okay? Do you have a message for the people that are listening? Okay, stop. Let me play that again because there is something near the beginning. here. I heard you. It was very faint. Can you please tell us your name again? Talking to this little red light. Right? It was right there after I said, can you please tell us your name again? If you need energy, you can take it from me. Hold on. Just don't take it from my equipment. I said stop, damn it. Okay, I'm talking to the female that's here. I heard you. It was very faint. Can you please tell us your name again? Talking to this little red light right here in my hand. If you need energy, you can take it from me. Alright. If you have a message, talking to this little red light as loud as you can. If you need more energy, take it from me. Okay, one moment. If you have a message, talking to this little red light as loud as you can. If you need more energy, take it from me. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to set this down over here, and we're going to try this again. Talking to that little red light. As loud as you can, tell us your name and what your message is. Can you tell us how old you are? Okay. Alright. See if this helped at all. I just took Nicole's suggestion and placed it farther away from me. That little As loud as you can, tell us your name and what your message is. Can you tell us how old you are? Okay, folks, I've only got, about 7 minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and call it tonight, as I'm working a double tomorrow. But I will be back tomorrow night with more adventures in the paranormal. I'm actually going to touch on a subject near and dear to my heart tomorrow night. I'm going to talk about ghost towns, particularly ghost towns of the Wild, Wild West. You're not going to want to miss it. Alright, my pack, my tribe. Until then, peace out.